So this is going to be my very first vlog, and I'm going to start with some updates, and I'm going to tell you what you can expect from the vlogging. So updates, the traveling is going well, people really enjoy what I'm doing, and they're letting me know, so I'm going to keep doing that. The Mr. Soul Patch videos are going to keep coming. He is officially adopted by a YouTuber named Zipnab, so I will link you to him in the comments. Also, like I said, this vlogging is new, and other than the traveling and the cats, I'll also be doing the vlogging. Now the vlogging is mainly going to be my thoughts on this life that I'm leading as a traveler, as a travel writer I should say, and then also my biblical reflections. I am a Christian, so the Bible is very central to my daily life. I will be doing this once a week. And the schedule, I'm kind of working with the schedule to try and figure out what would be best, because I'm not really sure at this point when all of it should sort of tumble across on the week, but you will get all of them. If you're not interested in all of them, you can follow me on Twitter, and every Tuesday I have travel videos, and every Thursday I have Throwback Thursdays, other travel videos. So if you're just interested in that, my Twitter can really be best. Also, if you have Facebook, I also do that on Facebook, where you see just the travel. Actually, if you want just travel, Facebook's probably better than Twitter. So I put everything on Twitter, and recently my Tumblr just came back. I'm not really sure what happened with that initially, but my Tumblr came back, so now I'll have a bunch of stuff on Tumblr. But again, if you want just travel and that's really all you're interested in, I'll have to correct myself and say Facebook's probably best, because that's where I put all the travel stuff. Alright guys, so let's just get into my very first vlog here, and the very first thing I want to talk about is Romans. I do this thing where I go through my Bible and I read it. I read about 3 verses at a time, and with each verse I just think about them. You know, how does this apply to my life? How can I use this? In what way what does this teach me? So the first thing I want to show you, I am still getting over a sinus infection or a cold or something, so that's good. I do have my warm tea with lemon over here just in case. Alright, so the verses I'm reading are Romans 5, chapter 5, verse 3, and James 1, verses 2 through 3. And when I initially became a Christian, I had a lot of trouble with this, because if you know anything about the Bible, it says that if you are someone who speaks out for God or loves God, and most people are going to hate you. They're going to not like you. They're going to think, well, you're kind of closed-minded, or like what's been happening a lot is, you know, you're a bigot, you're a homophobe, you're a racist, and all this other, you know, crazy stuff that doesn't really have anything to do with the reality of what it means to be a Christian. And the Bible says people will do this. So I was like, well, at first I didn't really want anything to do with it, for other than just that reason, for other reasons, because of how people view it. I began to realize though that this is the truth, and so I didn't really care how people viewed it. But I was reading these verses again, and it sort of reminded me of this time, this scene in Harry Potter where excuse me, Ron says, you know, he's looking at the teacup and he says, you're going to suffer, but you're going to be happy about it. And essentially, yes. I'm not going to say that I've ever really suffered from my Christianity. I haven't. There are people around the world who do, and that's been highlighted on the news here recently as well. But I am happy about being a Christian. There's absolutely nothing, you know, I've been an atheist. I wasn't happy there, and it didn't really make sense. I've been a witch before, and you get a certain modicum of happiness from that, but it doesn't last. It also doesn't make complete sense for the reality of the world. So then I became a Christian, and now everything just sort of seems to make sense. The way people treat each other, what goes on in the world and everything, all of those answers are in the Bible. So you know, I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, so people are going to hate me. I guess that's fine. Not a whole lot of people like me to begin with, because I have very alternate views. So I'm sort of just where I always was. But the thing that really spoke to me is that all this tribulation and temptation and everything else that we go through has a maturing effect. It's just like any other negative thing that you might go through in your life. Like, say you're not a Christian, but you had like this really rough time in your life. Well, that rough time in your life matured you. It showed you the world. It showed you how to deal with things. It taught you about yourself and all of this. So where the Bible does say that people aren't going to like you, it also says, but this will mature you. You will come out of this a better person. So I always thought that that was interesting. You know, we have all of this stuff, bullying and all of this stuff that's just swarming around the internet, basically, on our news, television, everything. And guys, hardship is part of life. The Bible says that hardship is part of life, but that God will always be there with you through it. And I've been through bullying, I've been beat up and all this other stuff. And all it did was make me appreciate other things I had in my life more, such as family, or it helped me to understand, you know, who my true friends were, that kind of stuff. I think we take too much of hardship away, or we try to, and then we lose the maturing of people. We lose this understanding that evil is in the world and that we have to deal with it a certain way. Instead, we're always trying to make things, you know, soft and easy for our kids, and I just don't think that that's really the best way. Because of what I see in here, you change for the better most of the time. Now, you sometimes have to have a guide for that, but if we're doing what we're supposed to do, biblically, there will be guides all over the place. There will be people helping you everywhere. So, it's just like anything. I mean, I had like this whole list of stuff. But it's strange because it's actually a beautiful thing. And I think that all of the hardships that I went through, all of the things where people were calling me names and blah, 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 it made me a better person. I don't see it as a bad thing anymore. I rejoice in it almost. Well, no, I do. I rejoice in it. I'm glad it happened. I know that's a weird thing to say, but there it is. I mean, sometimes you just have to go through something hard to learn a lesson. Sometimes you just have to go through something hard to understand there's evil in this world, and this evil doesn't want to go away. It doesn't want to stop. So it matures you that way. You have a deeper understanding about the world and people around you. And I just think that's awesome that that would be in there myself. Because it is something that we teach people a lot. We say, you know, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's the same thing. Whatever was the one I saw this recently on Facebook. There is something that says, don't judge my past. Basically, my past was all bad. Like, say you made a bunch of mistakes because it made me the person I am today. Stuff like that. Things that we go through in life, especially the hard things, or especially the bad things, mold us, and if we're and mature us, most people. So that's what I got from that this week, and I thought that was very enlightening. I was very encouraged because beforehand I was having some trouble with some stuff, and every time I go to the Bible or every time I pray, it always, things just start to come together. So I love that. So that's the first vlog. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, please continue. Please share, like, whatever it is you'd like to do or not. Alright guys, you have a great day, and I will see you next time.